Hi there, my name's Beth, and today I'm going to be doing my January book haul. I know I said that I'm going to try to limit my book buying, but I've only been buying new releases, and I've basically only been pre-ordering these new releases. So I'm not buying like 10 books at a time and sitting on my shelf forever. I'm getting about like one book a week type of thing, and I'm reading them basically as soon as I get them. So I have 3 books to share with you today, which for me is really good because I'm almost finished reading 3 books this month already. That part I'm not so proud of, but we'll get to that in my wrap-up coming up. So I'm going to share those 3 books that I have today. All of them are new releases, and all of them have come out in the past couple of weeks. So yeah, let's get started. The first book came out on January 13th, and that is The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. I have already read this. That's one benefit to buying these books like one at a time, is the second I get it, I'm so excited that I can just jump in and read the whole thing. So this book is a paranormal book. It deals with fairies. So I've never actually read a fairy book before, and this whole world that Holly Black has written is just so beautiful, and it's so good. Like, this book, I was so excited. This and one of the others that I have were my 2 highly most anticipated books of January, and this book has just blown me away. It's so fantastic, but I will talk more about the premise and all of that in my wrap-up. The next book is the book I'm actually currently reading, and this was the other highly most anticipated book of January for me. This is actually one of my most anticipated of the year, kind of, but that is Fairest by Marissa Meyer. This is the prequel book to the Lunar Chronicles, and this tells the story of Queen Lavanna, who's the villain in that book series. I have read Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress so far, and I have absolutely loved all 3 of those books. I am about 150 pages into this book. That tassel is driving me crazy. But I am about 150 pages into this book, and I am so impressed with this too. I absolutely love it. This book does give the first 3 chapters of Winter, but I am probably not going to read that, just because we do have to wait until November for Winter, and if I know what the first 3 chapters are of Winter, I'm probably just going to want, that book in my hands right now, which I can't get. So yeah, but again, I will be talking more about this book and all of its premise in my January wrap-up. The final book I have to share with you today is actually a sequel. Fairest came out January 27th, so this past Tuesday, and this book also came out January 27th. And this book is a sequel to a book that's already out, obviously. But it's the sequel to the book that I'm currently reading, as well as Fairest. It's a lot going on. But this is The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. The first book, The Bone Season, came out last year, I believe. And these are all fantasy books, which actually, this is the first fantasy series I'm really actually reading. So this book, the first book so far, it deals with dreamwalkers and the unnaturals. But yeah, so it's so good. I'm only about 100 pages into that book, and they are pretty chunky books. But I got 70 pages in, and I just knew immediately that I would order the second book. So I'm really glad that I did, because this cover is beautiful, and the spine is so pretty too, and it looks really nice next to the Bone Season on my shelf. And yeah, so these were the 3 books that I've purchased. This tassel. These were the 3 books that I ended up purchasing in January. And yeah, so February, again, I will probably have a similar video with only about 3 or 4 books. But I'm basically only buying the books that I am most excited about each month and pre-ordering them, so I get them basically the day they come out. So have any of you read any of these books? Are you excited for any of those books? Do you have any January book hauls? If so, link them down below because I'm so excited to watch them. And until next time, which will be in like 3 days when I have my January wrap-up, I will see you later. Goodbye!